From downtown to mid-city, from Main Street to your street, from new retail centers to stores that have long since closed shop, cities and towns across Louisiana are in dire need of consistent ordinances, uniform codes, and overall smart development strategies, a set of guidelines and rules that Louisiana municipalities and parishes can utilize to ensure their communities can sustain their economy, their environment, and of course, their culture. As it stands now, guidelines, codes, and ordinances can be confusing, but thanks to the Center for Planning Excellence and their new free resource, the Louisiana Land Use Toolkit, help is on the way.
So the goal here is to create a complete neighborhood. All right.
Lee Einsweiler is conducting a hands-on exercise in community planning at today's Toolkit workshop. The goal of the 3-hour workshop is to engage community leaders in developing smart strategies for growth and to educate planners, developers, and realtors on how the Louisiana Land Use Toolkit can benefit their communities.
The struggle is that in the interest of affordability, in the interest of reduction of costs, we are dropping key elements. Sidewalks, street trees, and other things are being lost from our communities. They were once there. We always built in that pattern in previous times, and we need to bring those older patterns back and use them more effectively in our current development.
The toolkit is being provided as a free resource to assist elected officials such as Mayor Joey Durrell of Lafayette.
We've seen it in Lafayette Parish where many who have moved out have actually started moving back in because they're realizing that while they moved out there on a nice, quiet Sunday afternoon, when they got in their car on Monday morning to go to work, it was a nightmare. And so we need tools like this to help make government more efficient, make it more efficient for the people, and it will give us hopefully a way to use money more efficiently to where we can still continue to provide the services that are needed without having to raise taxes.
Given today's real estate market, realtors are finding the Land Use Toolkit a real benefit for their industry. That's part of the reason they're sponsoring these workshops.
As you know, realtors are very involved in their community, and it's so important that a community has a value, quality of life, the joie de vivre, if you will, to help them sell their properties, whether it's homes, the home of your dreams, or it's a retail space or commercial. It's very important that we keep that quality, particularly here in Acadiana.
In addition, the Louisiana Department of Economic Development has also teamed up with the Center for Planning Excellence in helping to fund and promote the Land Use Toolkit.
It's a question often of the glass is half full or half empty. And if you're a landowner, you don't want to be told necessarily how and what you can do with your land. But on the other hand, if you're a business person who wants to invest in a community to build a plant or a building, you want to make sure that the surrounding land uses are compatible to the use which you're invested in.
I kind of like the idea of civic center.
These workshops are definitely hands-on. They're interactive and sometimes even fun. But behind the color chips and markers are some serious solutions to real problems.
There can be some fun in talking about development regulation, and it's hard to get people excited about that issue, but we use an interactive mapping exercise to get people excited and thinking about their community. We're working with people like AARP who are bringing the idea of complete streets and an aging population to the table. We try to help people by reaching down to the issues that really affect them in their community and showing how this land use toolkit can improve the regulations that might have already in their community or provide regulations for places that don't have them now.
These workshops and the online toolkit provide community leaders with a tool that can help them make fair and predictable development decisions, save on infrastructure costs, protect property values, preserve rural landscapes, and encourage attractive, walkable neighborhoods. Alderman Charles James of Sunset says this toolkit will help him keep the development in his area in check.
We're talking to our neighbors, and we're mentioning this toolkit. We're mentioning the idea of being in control of your growth, and maybe even combining our resources and forces to do something that will benefit all of our neighbors and all of the citizens of our neighboring communities.
Insufficient infrastructure and deteriorating downtowns. These and many other issues are plaguing communities across our state. And as taxpayers, we all bear the cost of new growth. And in today's economy, this toolkit can ensure the most efficient use of our resources.
I think the reason this resource is going to be so invaluable to communities, whether it's a parish, a municipality, even a town or a village, is that it is going to be so accessible. They can pull it off the internet, off of our website, or they can call us and we can send it to them. But it will be free. But also remember, it's going to illustrate the best practices available across the nation, but also within Louisiana. It fits Louisiana, it fits our culture. It will be an opportunity to preserve our culture, to preserve our traditions.
For more information on the free toolkit, you can log on to www.landustoolkit.com or call 225-267-6300.